Hello, this is something about teaching your child to read. Now, what usually happens is some parents start showing children's books from when they're babies, tiny little cardboard books, so children get interested in them, especially because it's something they share with their parent. They'll turn over the pages and learn which way up the book goes. But sometimes the parent doesn't have time to do that, hasn't been shown that themselves, and that doesn't happen. And sometimes the child just doesn't seem interested, and they're interested in different things. So, fine, they go to school, and once they get to school, the teachers send them home with a reading book. Again, quite often you don't have time to do it, especially if the child isn't interested in it in themselves. And there's so many other things to do. And then it goes on, and then by after the nursery, that happens year 1, year 2, and suddenly you're told your child can't read, special needs, or you just can see that they're not really seeming to enjoy books, they don't pick them up, and you start to get worried. And then that can go on throughout primary school, and you're worried about it. Don't worry about it. Now, obviously, the teachers in their worry will say you must read with your child, and they'll even teach you, especially if you go to workshops, they'll teach you ways of doing it. Now, all those are valid, and it's great, but it's not worth a fight about it. And this is a really important point. If you're making the reading experience into something where you're feeling stressed and worried about your child's ability, and this can happen from when they're young, if you find it a stressful thing, or if you're wanting to judge your child, and you just can't help it, perhaps because of when you were young and you were judged, or maybe you judge yourself and your ability, then it's not a good idea to be trying to teach your child yourself. One, you can rely on the school, but what is a good idea, if you can manage this, and this worked with my daughter who wasn't really very interested in reading. Now she is just 11 and she loves reading, she reads loads, but, and this is true, she only started reading about a year and a half ago at will. She'd read, and the way I managed to do it was, and this isn't because I didn't read with her, I tried, but I did also stop. I didn't let it become a fight with her, because that then creates a situation where the child just thinks books are stressful, and we don't want that. So this is the way to do it. You just pick up a book at bedtime. You make a little time for bedtime. Maybe you've got one anyway, bath time, bed, or hot chocolate, bath time, or telly, whatever. Well, give yourself an extra 10 minutes, half an hour, a bit much maybe, but half an hour's lovely if you can manage it. Even 5 minutes will do, and get a book. Now, they can choose the book, and this again depends on your child's character and on yours. I think it's rather a nice idea to get a book that you remember from when you were young, or a book that you've always wanted to read, or a book with beautiful pictures. Doesn't matter what it is, it doesn't matter whether it's small writing, big writing, anything, because what you're doing is reading to your child. And that's all you need to do. And it needs to be a pleasure for you, and that's why it's quite a good idea to choose a book that you like. Obviously, you need to take your child into account, so if they don't like that book, or they're just not interested, but quite often they might just be interested in being with you, and that lovely feeling of communion with their parent, and it doesn't really matter if they don't seem to be listening. You just read it and enjoy it yourself. The main thing is just showing the pleasure of a book. And it's nice for you. It's a small break for you. But especially your child basically learns to love books and therefore learns to read.